me email this link up. Betsy, we tell her to pay for the new link from the by email. We tell her on the radio they often pay.
Fine.
Sure can.
Beep, 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 beep.
Thank you.
Beep, 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 beep.
Teachers, pardon the interruption. There is a new link to the live stream. If you can pull that up, that will have the sound.
Let's go. Chris Davis, someone else.
Good morning, Leopards. My name is Clark.
And my name is Caitlin, and this is the Leopards Live.
Today we are reporting live from Miss Abercrombie's 5th grade classroom. Let's pass it over to Miss Thomas for this week's Roar Report.
Thanks, Clark, and thanks, Caitlin. All right, parents, homeroom teachers, and students, thanks for your patience. We are working on our excellence, and we are going to figure this out, you guys. All right, let's get into talking about our Roar Assembly today, our Roar Rally. You guys are going to review your expectations with your A&H teachers, but I'm going to talk about one before we get there. All right, the 5th grade class I'm in, you kind of know this. You figured it out after 5 years for some of you, 6 years for some of you being here. When we get in there, sometimes we're in these great big long rows, and a teacher is nowhere near you, not your teacher, okay? So especially our kindergarten and 1st graders, I want you to look during the assembly today, and I will remind you when you get in there, you are looking for somebody with a badge on. Even if that person is not your teacher, but they are wearing a badge, that is the person you seek help from, right? I will see you guys at a rally today. Caitlin and Clark.
Thank you, Miss Thomas. What's next, Caitlin?
Now it's time for our week's counselor report. Welcome up, Mr. Mahoney.
Good morning, citizens of LaGrange Elementary. I am Duckman, here with your Counselor's Corner. Check this out on your screen. This week in 2nd grade, we talked about the tree of choices. Go on and stick that on the screen, fellas. And we talked about the tree of choices, and we're talking about the roots of the problem. Is it a big problem or a small problem? That's input number 4, guys. There we go. And I asked some kiddos to take a scenario and decide if it was a big problem or a small problem, if the root of the problem was big or small. And as you see here on the screen, I chose some student artwork to put up. So this is from Michaela from 2nd grade. And she decided the scenario I gave her was a small problem. The heart of the issue made her very sad, but at the end, she took the branch to talk it out. All right, let's check the next example we have. This is 2nd grade artwork here. They said a small problem. They said they were sad and they decided to talk it out as well. Next, let's look at the next example. This is from Sadie. She said it was a small problem. It felt like a big problem in the beginning. It did make the scenario the person felt sad in that. And the branch of choice, she did say, move it out, but then went to talk it out. So she realized it wasn't that big of a problem, and it was something she was able to handle without having to involve an adult, and she talked it out with her friend. And last but not least, Lennox, 2nd grader, did a great job on this here. And look at the art, the way he told the story through his colors. But he also determined that the issue was a small problem, that he felt that it made him disappointed, and he decided to breathe it out. So the problem I had given those kiddos was, what happens if one of your friends decides not to play with you at recess? Our feelings are immediately, we get our feelings hurt at sometimes. But sometimes we got to slow down and think, wait a minute, maybe they're just being a good friend to other people and playing with them as well. And maybe I shouldn't take it that personal, and I shouldn't need to run to my teacher and make this an issue, because people are allowed to have more than one friend. So this week in 2nd grade and in kindergarten, we've been talking about identifying our problems. Are they big or small, and how to handle them. All righty, back to Caitlin. Thank you, Caitlin. Citizens, we will meet again.
Thank you, Mr. Mahoney. What's next, Clark?
Help me welcome up Miss Motter for next week's activities report. What's happening next week?
I'm Batman.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Are we live? Hi. Welcome. I'm Miss Motter, and I'm here to talk about this week's activities report. So let's see what we have coming up this week. All right, we have so many exciting things happening. Club meetings are coming up on Monday and Wednesday. So if you're in a club, make sure you check in with your coordinator and you know to show up for your club meetings this week. On Tuesday is Kentucky Kids Day. And students, there is a special surprise coming from the PTA. In addition, we will have a stuffy day. So remember your animals that you adopted from the library. You can bring them with you to show them care on Tuesday this week. On Wednesday, we're going to be celebrating third grade. So if you're a third grade student, you get a workout wear Wednesday. And on Thursday, we have our confidentiality training and family fitness night. I think you saw a little video about that at the beginning. And again, on Friday, another stuffed animal day to go along with our early release day. Here is some additional info about our family fitness night. We hope that you were able to RSVP so that you can participate. Our schedule's here on the board. 5:30 starts us with confidentiality training. Then we have our PTA meeting and dinner, followed by the family fitness activities. And last but not least for me, I want to celebrate our third grade teachers this week, Miss O'Crutch, Miss Thompson, and Miss Stevens. Everybody say, go third grade.
Go third grade.
We'll be celebrating all of our teachers this year and all of our staff in our different areas. So pay attention to that schedule on the eSpot and here on the live stream. All right, I think it's back to you, Clark.
Check out some of our recent box. Now it's time for our update on Clipper Awards. Since the end of the month, we'll announce winners of month September at today's Leopard Rally. What's next, Clark?
Now it's time for today's pledge, but led by Miss Abercrombie's class. Everyone, please stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now it's time for our daily roar.
Give me an R. R. Reach for high goals.
Give me an O.
O.
Offer my best.
Give me an A.
A.
Appreciate others' greatness.
Give me an R.
R.
Realize my potential.
Have a great day, Leopards.
Watch us roar.